Yeah, this is Miss Shirley, the OG gardener, here in Cleveland, Ohio, Zone 6A. And for the ones who are watching the replay, thank you for coming in and checking me out. Please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel and show me that you like me just a little bit. Would be greatly appreciated. Before I get started, I want to give a shout out to Best Yet Journey, who helped me get this far on my live stream. Was it StreamYard? And I really thank you for all the help you have given me. Um, Without you, I might not have been on again tonight because it's just been crazy. And I saw Gigi was in here earlier. Thank you, sweetheart. Um, I was watching you earlier. I think you were walking through um, a park or someplace that was real nice, and I really enjoyed watching that. I'm still trying to get used to all these buttons, you know. uh, Besha Yuri said, "Don't hit that one. You'll take yourself out." Oh, and let's see. All right, there we go. Showing comments. All right. Hey, Mike, how are you? I see you made it over. I still got Broke Farmer playing on the big screen behind you. Um, and who is that? Stacy Hands in the Dirt. Fifi, hello, sweetheart. How are you? I was watching your video earlier today, too. My Renaissance Grandma, thank you for stopping by. And y'all saying hi to one another. I appreciate you coming in. Yes, I do. Right now, all of a sudden, it's raining cats and dogs outside. I was out earlier today. I made another run to the Dollar Tree and I went to a different one. I'm trying to find that Cocoa Core. At the first one I went to, they normally have it, but they didn't. And today was Thursday, and they normally say they have deliveries on Thursday. I should have went back, but that's all right. I'm going back tomorrow. I got another boatload of seeds, so hey, I'll be overflowing in a minute. Mary Grow with me. Yep, I saw you over there, Brooks. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like button and show me that y'all like me just a little bit. All right, who else in here? Gina versus Gina. Hey, how are you, sweetheart? Thank you for stopping in this evening. I really appreciate it. Um, I was trying to wait until a few more folks come in before I start going down my checklist of stuff. Yes, I do. Who's that? Nicole Smith, gardening. Hello, good evening. Thank you for stopping by and saying hello to me. I really appreciate that. Yeah. Mary Grow with me. I like your little emojis. Those are cute. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah. You know, Mike, I was laughing at one of your videos. You was talking about how you and your wife was out there shoveling snow for 2 hours, and then all of a sudden, the truck came down the street, the plow to plow the street, and then it pushed like 2 or 3 more feet up at the end of your driveway. I know you had a few choice words for that snow plow after it came down your street. And right now, I'm having the opposite effect. Um, they just got through doing some work in front of the house and up in front of the house up the street where the water lines had collapsed and my basement flooded for 2 days in a row. I mean, flooded. Fortunately, I had a lot of stuff in totes and my washer and dryers raised up off the floor, so I didn't lose too much. But if it snows now and there's orange cones everywhere, snowplow's not going to be able to come down and plow our street. So if a blizzard hit us and we get 2 or 3 feet of snow, we kind of, SOL when it comes to the snow. So we're trying to figure out how they're going to plow our street once the snow hit. But right now, it was a beautiful day today. It was out shopping. Actually, I got too warm what I had on because I was overdressed because it started out raining cats and dogs this morning. Then it tapered off. And then about 1 or 2 o'clock, it warmed up and it was real nice. Sun was out and everything. But right now, I'm listening to it, and it's raining cats and dogs. And they talked about that for the next couple of days. So it's going to be interesting to see when the temperature going to do a sudden drop, and all this rain will freeze, and we'll have problems with black ice and accidents everywhere else. All right, y'all still saying hello to one another? Oh, would you say, my, you did it today? Wife couldn't leave driveway. Yeah, that's what happens. But you're in Minnesota, so I know you didn't expect anything any different as far as snow time. Ours, I know it's coming, and I know when it hit us, it's gonna slap us like we didn't stole something. Because normally by this time of the year, we'd have had about 2 or 3 feet of snow by now. But you know how crazy the weather's been all over the world. So I'm just enjoying it while I can, because I don't particularly like the white stuff, but I know once that white stuff hit, it ain't gonna be no joke. What's that? Country Hustle 101. Oh, thank you, darling. Yeah, I've had this for a while. I had to pat it down. I was like, I don't like big hair. I said, I ain't trying to look like Dolly Parton. They like that big hair. I'm not into big hair. So I was just trying to pat it down so I can have a decent profile. Didn't look like I was caught up in the wind. Yeah. I'll do my hair tonight. I bought some olive oil, one of those leaves, and I normally cut them open and massage it into my scalp and leave it on for a couple hours while I'm walking around the house. And then I'll shampoo my hair, deep condition it, and what have you. Keep the softness in it. Maria Graham, what's up, sweetheart? Glad to see your face in the place. Oh, Goodies Homestead. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. And everybody saying hello to one another. Okay, now that they got me in StreamYard. Nope, nope, nope. That's not what I want to do. It's crazy. I'm still trying not to press the wrong buttons. So, nope, that's not what I want to do. Oh boy. All right. I'm gonna just leave it alone. I don't want to mess it up. Um, yeah, I'm still learning how to work stuff. She told me how to do this, that, and the third, and I'm still not comfortable with touching stuff yet. So I'm gonna leave it alone for now, and then I know I will talk to her again in the next couple of days or so. Yeah, Good East is going down saying hello to everybody. Oh, one busy mama in here. Did I miss her? Yeah, I see y'all saying hello. Hey, one busy mama. I didn't see you, sweetie. I'm looking at everybody else's comments and they saying hello to you, so I figured you got to be in here. Yeah, yeah, my Renaissance grandma. Yeah, enjoying the weather while it can. I can handle rain. I could throw on. I got some cute rain boots and raincoats and umbrellas and all that good stuff. But that white stuff, y'all can have it. I got over snow as a kid. First time I almost got frostbite on my toes and fingers for staying out playing too long, and it started hurting. That pain. And oh, I was like, no, that's a wrap. I'm good. So if it never happened again, never hurt my feelings. So yeah, normally in the wintertime I'm somewhere warm. But we're finally lifting the embargo, so to speak, off of COVID into travel again. So it'll be later on in the year that I'll travel somewhere nice. Well, I take that back. I'm trying to pay for a cruise to Alaska. So that's not tropical, but next year I'm gonna try to go back to Jamaica and what was that? The Bahamas. Is that Shakira? Hey, hon, hello. Thank you for stopping by and seeing this old lady this evening. And Cassandra Southfolton, hey, you made it in here. Thank you very much. Yes, I appreciate that. I've been watching videos on and off all day, and you know how Whole New Perspective have been doing each day. She's been jarring it up 2023, and I actually went to the state store today to get some vodka because I want to start making me some tinctures, and I want to order some vanilla beans and make my own vanilla. And do you know they was out of vodka? I was like, is that many people coming in here buying vodka? He said, we got a shipment in the back now we got to put up. He said, yeah. He said, what y'all be doing with that vodka? I told we be making tinctures and uh, flavorings, And he was like, oh, okay. And I was like, yeah, they said you can use brandy, but they said the best tasting one would be using the vodka. So yeah, and even the cheap vodka that's normally on the bottom shelves outside the state store, they was even empty. So I was like, yeah. And it was funny. I was in the Dollar Tree again, and I seen a lady with some pots, and I was like, yep, you can always tell who the gardeners are. And she turned around and looked at me and smiled. I was like, yeah, getting that head start, because once they get warm, these shelves gonna be empty. And they was pretty empty already, because the pot she had got the last of them. So I was like, whoa. Yep, I hit it again today. I hit the Dollar Tree again today. And I got a lot more seeds. I'm going to make another video. I got a lot more little equipment and stuff and pots and buckets and stuff. So I'm going to keep hitting the Dollar Tree till I can't afford to hit it no more. Now, you can't hit the Dollar Tree anymore. That's that's broke. I feel like broke farmer at this point. Every time I look in my pocket, I'm like, okay, I still got to get some other stuff. You got to stop with the seeds. Uh-oh, Miss T with the tea. What's up, baby girl? How are you? Thank you for stopping in and seeing this old lady tonight. I appreciate it. Y'all hit that like button and show me that you like me. Just a little bit. Yeah, Gina, if you're still in here, that's why I need a t-shirt that's saying that you like me. Just a little bit. Hey, Batman, I was watching your videos too. You sitting at what's that, the dining room table you be sitting at? And your camera person was helping you with your project. I thought that was so cute. Yeah. And Miss T with the T, I was watching one of your other channels, and I was watching you with the, what was it, the fishnet type bodysuits and all. And I was like, yo, boy, back in the day, I'd have had one on with a sheer top, mini skirt. You couldn't tell me nothing. I won't do it now. Okay, I will, Gina. Okay, all right. Thank you, sweetheart. Bless your heart. I just love you, Gina. Ah! Thank you so much. Made this old lady smile. Nikki, the everyday life of a OCD's chick. Yeah. Yeah. Broke is long-winded today. Him and Stacy over there, they cracking each other up. Yeah, Miss T, back in the day, please. Tall and slim with long legs. Hey, let me tell you like this. My legs are so long, if you cut me off at the waist and set me down on the ground, I'd be 2 feet tall from the waist up. That's it. I'm all legs. And lashes. I wish I'd have known you years ago when it came to budgeting. Yeah, I didn't screwed up my future money, but you know what? I've been blessed by the best. And I'm still going. Yep, lashes. And I want to get one of them body shapers you got, because my thighs could use some real work. Yep. You know how you see people wear shorts and they be all bunched up in the back and you be like, ooh, yeah, my thighs is like that. They got to go. Yep. I want to wear my shorts and they supposed to hang like they supposed to. Joshua, Gabriel, all right, you made it over to me. Yep, yeah, you new here. But you're not new to me, because I didn't see you in T-Nogs when you said you was new over at her channel. And thank you for coming over and joining us tonight. I really appreciate that. Yes, and y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Show me like me just a little bit. I would greatly appreciate it. Okay, Bama, you got to go. All right. Well, I thank you very much. Hit that like button on the way out. Yeah, what was that? Yeah, my co-host is sitting here. You see her? Yeah, we both heard something fall in the dining room. We both turned to look. Don't know what it was, but yeah, she woke up. Yeah, you looking at me like that? I didn't do it. I'm sitting here. Okay, that's my other child. Yes, it did. Just Dorsha. Peekaboo. Thank you for stopping in this evening. I know you're a busy lady. You took time out of your schedule. Everybody took time out of their schedule to come in. I'm not just going to say just Dorsha because all of y'all here with me tonight. And I appreciate that. And I thank you for that. Uh, just Dorsha, you made me go in my kitchen and check to see if I had tuna fish. And while I was out today, I like to add mm, onions into my tuna fish, but I didn't want to add the red or the sweet. What I got, shallots. Yeah, the shallots to add in there. I already had the avocado, and I pretty much had everything else. So the shallots was the only thing I needed. So now I'm finna make me one of those little fancy bowls looking of tuna fish. Yeah, had my mouth watering after you got the slice and stuff and laying it across there. I was like, ain't that pretty? Now it's time to tear it up. Is that Healy Means? Okay. Good evening. Thank you for stopping by, saying hi to this old lady. I appreciate it. Oh, my girl Mona, a late night diva. Sifting some soil. What's up? Thank you for stopping by and saying hello to me. I appreciate that. Um, I've already touched on a few folks, like just Dorsha. She be cooking up a storm, or she be mixing up something that's appetizing and that you love to eat. Fifi, when I watched your video today, I was watching you. You were introducing the younger chicks to the older ones, and how they were squaring off because they wasn't feeling safe, and how eventually they did. And then you found out your older chicks started laying eggs again. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I was cracking up when you looked in there and saw the eggs, and you was like, oh. I was like, don't you love surprises like that, especially with the prices of eggs? I was at Mark's. Was it Mark's? Yeah, I was at Mark's, and they had in the egg section 2 for $5. Those shells were totally empty. They was just as clean as if nothing was there. And then they had some eggs left, but they were like $4.19 and $4.29 for like um the extra large. But the other eggs, they were totally wiped out. And then when we went back out today, we found another store and they were like $3.29. So I grabbed me a couple of dozen of eggs. And the only reason I was really into eggs is because I've had a lot of friends and family losing loved ones, and I do bake. And I never take the time to record me baking, but I've been baking cakes left and right. So I needed the eggs for my cakes. So that's the only reason I was really. And my nephew, who has chickens, he said everybody been calling him about eggs. His mom and his siblings and what have you, asking him is this because he got a bunch of chickens. Because every time he clean out the chicken coop, I get the bags full. So I'm going to be adding those to my fruit trees and in my garden this year in my grow bags and stuff to help fertilize the soil. Would you say, Joshua, I would try to cook easy recipes, shrimp and fries tonight at 8? Oh, okay. I ain't mad at you. I enjoy that too. I throw a little linguine in there and some wine white sauce. It'd be popping. And Mike, I meant to tell you about those tacos you made. I liked how you made yours on the lettuce. That was cool. I thought that was nice. I was like, look at Mike in there trying to be creative. I was like, oh, sucky, sucky. So you had your wife's on chips and you had yours on lettuce. And I was like, that's nice. Uh-oh. Wait a minute, y'all. Me. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Do do do. and I stopped there. And my phone did the same time. Oh, hey, Lala, let me turn the volume down. I forgot all about my phone being off. Oh, that's funny. Oh, yes, indeed. What's your favorite cake to bake? Um, I make a triple chocolate fudge cake. Yeah. And I will decorate the top with chocolate chips and sprinkles. That's my most requested. And then the second one is what would you say, Mikey, and Mr. Chips? Lemon. I make a mean lemon cake and I use lemon pudding. And I will take lemon slices and like just kind of turn them and decorate around the top of the cake to give it a super lemony taste. And if I don't use lemon pudding, I use a little extra lemon extract in there to give that real lemony taste. Yeah. And then the third special is red velvet. If it's not cake, it's cupcakes. And I make some mean brownies with walnuts or either pecans in them. I tear those up. I can sit down and eat a pan of those myself. I really like them. Sean, okay, is that Sean Tarman? Hello, hon. First time me seeing you there. I hope I didn't tear your name up. Yeah, I wasn't exactly sure how to pronounce that, but thank you for coming in. I really appreciate that. Yeah, those tacos did look good. Did you know the lady that sings that? So, yeah, Minnie Rippleton. Oh yeah, back in the day, girl, I'm old. Okay, yeah, Miss Shirley's 70 plus. I knew a lot about Minnie Rippleton, and you know her daughter's a movie star. And it's funny. Remember, I was just talking to you about my nephew and his chickens. His wife just texted me and said, we just got 3 more chickens last week. They finally earning their keep." Yep, everybody's getting chickens. I did 40 push-ups on my live stream and my body was oh yeah, okay. Yeah, the only thing you gonna see me push up is a spoon from my plate to my lips. That's it. Nope, 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 nope. Not doing it. Oh, okay. Let me finish going down my list. Oh, Beauty in the Garden. How she was showing how she overwintered her peppers in her greenhouse and how they're blooming and producing peppers everywhere. I hate chocolate and my favorite cake is vanilla only. I have a friend who works at Home Depot who helps me when the broken bags when I go up there to get them, and that's what he likes. He likes a vanilla cake with vanilla icing, and I make him that for helping me out since they're not allowed per se to take tips. So I don't want to get them in trouble. But yeah, I was looking at the different peppers that Beauty in your Garden had overwintered in her greenhouse of poblanos and sweet bananas. And when I saw the peppers, I thought about you, Mike. You always growing peppers of all kinds. Every time I see you dropping pepper seeds. So I know how you really enjoy your peppers. Miss Shirley, what's my favorite cookies? Oh, my favorite, I like oatmeal raisin all day long. All day long. Let me tell you, in high school, in the cafeteria, they used to have, I don't know if some of you remember the little squares of Neapolitan ice cream. They had the strawberry, chocolate, and vanilla. And they used to have these giant oatmeal raisin cookies, and they would be warm. And we would take one of those slices of, we would take, the little slice of the vanilla ice cream and put it between 2 warm cookies and eat that. Never did eat lunch, but we ate that. Oh my goodness. These kids nowadays don't know what it is to have real food in the school. That's my all-time favorite. Chocolate chip, not so much. I'm not into chocolate chip. But oatmeal raisin, oh my goodness, I can eat them all day long. Yes, indeedy. My grandmother said that's why I stayed regular because I had the oatmeal. Let's see, who else? Is that Marquita? Thank you. Welcome. I don't think I've ever seen you. I've seen you in other people's chats, but I don't think I've ever seen you in mine. Thank you for showing up tonight. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, Mike, I know you like peppers and tomatoes. Oatmeal Scotty's the best. I never tried those. The Scotchies, I never tried them. I've heard of them, but I never tried them. So maybe I might try one. And we got a nice little bakery around here, a Hungarian bakery. Them folks be throwing down on some baked goods. I might go in there and ask them if they got some in there. I placed another seed catalog for peppers. And it's all your fault. Mike, yep, influencing folks like that. Him and GT. Telling it all. I love oatmeal raisin cookies are my favorite. Yeah. And if I eat them now, I got strawberry on one side of the plate and butter pecan on the other side. And I mix all of that together. Mona, I know you love cookies. You was talking about them cookies the other day. You was talking about that one cookie you tried and you didn't particularly like it because it didn't seem like it was cooked all the way through. I was watching your video, your live. Sometimes I don't always comment because it's just so many of y'all. And when I get arthritis, my fingers like I can't do all that texting. So I'll be in the bushes. I don't always, and if I say hi, sometimes I say hi towards the end, so I don't have to type all them names. But I'll be watching y'all lives. I'll be in there. Oatmeal. Okay, Gina, you like it too? Show you right. So delicious. Get a bag of butterscotch morsel. You know what? I'm not a big butterscotch person. My mom was. My mom was a big one. She used to have butterscotch hard candies in the house where you could sit and suck on them. And you know what my mom other what she used to like, and I used to say, Mom, you nasty. She liked chocolate covered cherries, the kind that when you bite into them, the cherry will bust in that red liquid gooey. And I was like, Mom, you nasty. And she was just looking at me and smile. I was like, Mom, I didn't think he was like that. Oh boy, I miss my mom. Yeah, she was funny. Okay, Josh, we got it. You can't stand chocolate. It kills me. Diabetics. Oh yeah, my uncle. Yeah. I had to keep my uncle out my house. He would come to my house and I was like, stay away from my bar and stay away from my candy. No. Nope, nope, nope. You ain't gonna have my aunt kill me about you and these sweets. Oh, that was growing with Hudson. I'm sorry. Oh, it was. Yep. Sorry, my bad. You know what threw me off? Hudson normally have a hat on. She didn't have a hat on that night. Okay. Sorry. My bad. Weather's Originals. They all right. They all right. Coconut pecan with cranberries. Oh, I've had those. I'm not gonna say I dislike them, but oatmeal raisin is my jam, as the kids say. Either, but sometimes magic happens when you put them in oatmeal cookies. All right, I might try it just to see. Chocolate covered cherry, yeah. Oh, Nikki, you nasty too. Oh, peanut butter cookies aren't bad. I like peanut butter. I ain't mad. Everybody got their own flavor, and you remember what you grew up on. My grandmother was a cook. She was a cook and a baker, and my grandmother, there was nothing out there she couldn't cook or couldn't bake. So I used to hang in the kitchen. For a minute, I was a little chubby kid because I got a chance to be her taste tester. And I was on it too. I was good at my job. I was an expert taste tester, And my granny made everything from scratch because back in the day, you just didn't, if you had a sweet tooth, you went in the kitchen and you made it. You didn't jump in your car and run to the store. That was unheard of, you know. And she canned a lot of stuff, so you go in the basement and get you a jar of peaches or whatever you want and put it on some toast and keep it moving. My granny was making Texas toast before Texas toast was even invented. Yep. Oh, okay, but I do love chocolate I like macadamia. Oh no, I can eat macadamia cookies all day too. Now I do like macadamia cookies. Yes, indeed. When I was in California, my aunt had just came back from Hawaii. She gave me a real authentic macadamia cookie. I thought I died and went to heaven. Oh my goodness, the macadamias was a bomb. Yep. You know what? I never had any of those, Nicole. It's this what you call them snickerdoodles. I've heard people make a lot of them like around the holidays, like around Christmas and stuff, but I've never. I might have had one, just it just wasn't memorable, so to speak. I've heard people talk about snickerdoodles all the time, but I've never really had one. Hey, Unicorn Lady Tech. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you for stopping in and saying hello to me. All of y'all coming in, please hit that like button and show me that you like me. Just a little bit. Will be greatly appreciated. Yes, it's been a long day today. Whew, let me tell you, when I'm on the second floor of a two family, so there's no elevator. So when I go shopping, it's a marathon, not a fast one. It's that last lap where you dragging, trying to get to the finish line, bringing bags. My girlfriend handing me bags, and I'm trying to put them on the first platform because there's another set of stairs and another platform, and then there's another set of stairs and another platform. Stuff that doesn't have to be refrigerated right away. It will stay downstairs until I get enough energy. Stuff like milk and lunch meat and stuff like that needs to be refrigerated. I bring those up first, and the rest of them I just come by little until I get all my bags up. Yeah. If you don't like cinnamon, probably won't like. Okay. What is that? The snickerdoodles that got cinnamon in it? Because like I said, I don't remember them. I know I've had them because somebody was making them, but they weren't memorable. I like cinnamon, but I don't know if I've had it in a cookie. That to me, that doesn't sound appetizing. Cinnamon in a cookie. Mm, cinnamon maybe in a pie or something like that, and a sauce of some kind. But in a cookie, that got to be a really good cookie where the cinnamon is not so pronounced that it overpowers the rest of the cookie. Yeah, I would have to try that, but I'm not big on cinnamon in a cookie. Not like cinnamon candy. Um, yeah. All right, I just seen somebody pop in. Oh, you're a weekend gardener. Well, hello. Thank you for stopping by and saying hello to me this evening. I really appreciate it. You don't taste it, but it makes it better. Okay, Mike. All right, I'm gonna take your word for it. Mike, you look like you could be an expert. You sound like a foodie, like I am. What was I watching earlier? Gigi was in Tallahassee, Florida, and she was showing this one area where there was a concert hall, and they listened to different groups. I don't like she said she couldn't walk but so far because she had heels on. I was like, yeah, the 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 problems women have being cute. Yeah, heels can't go everywhere and do everything. Yes, indeed. I was watching also Homestead Heart, how she said that she was working on her seed order, and how that on rainy days like today, like right now, if that was during the early part of the day and you're not going out in it, this is the best time to sit down and start planting your spring gardens. And who was I was watching earlier today? Oh, that was Food by Faith, and she was walking through her yard and the new bench she has with the planters on the side. I thought that was so cute, and how she was rotating her crop places where she was growing one type of vegetable. She's putting something else in it now. And also, she was talking about the blue butterfly pea. That blue butterfly pea has become almost popular overnight. With Miss Linda making the tea and drinking it and showing us the flowers, she actually sent me some flowers and some butterfly seeds. I am ecstatic. I'm waiting on mine to break the soil, and I'm gonna try growing it outside inside, and then transferring it outside come spring. And hopefully I could put it next to a trellis where it could just really take off and enjoy itself spreading. I'm really looking forward to it. Red velvet is taste nasty. Yeah. Okay, Josh, but that's just your opinion. Yep, yep, yeah. A lot of people do, but hey, it is what it is. People like what they like. Okay. Um, yep. We should tell him again, Mike. Tell him get off the food diet. Find a different subject. Yeah, and I was also watching Bro Farmer's video earlier about indoor seed starting 101. I noticed we got a lot of new gardeners, or fairly new gardeners, who are having problems with what kind of soil to use to get started with seeds. Well, I used to use potting soil, and I would add perlite, vermiculite to it to stretch it. And I found out that was a good seed starter. But you can make your own. I've been buying the big cubic feet of peat moss and a bag of potting soil and bag of vermiculite and perlite, and making my own seed starting soil. So I use those big 17-gallon totes that you can get for that I put my fruit trees in to get started. And that way I could just put my pot down in there and just fill it up and level it off and plant some in it and move on to the next pot till I had potted up everything that I wanted. So yeah. And then I wet it down before I add my seeds so that once I add my seeds, I don't have to spray it and I don't have to worry about me washing my seeds out to one side or just washing them out all together. Wondering why it didn't come up. It's because there's none there. Yeah. Yep. Yep, Mike. Mm-hmm. Just chocolate. So yeah, I've learned a long time ago that I pre-moisten all my pots uh, soil before I add the seeds. And whether I put a plastic bag over the top or whether I've taken a salad that I've eaten and I kept the plastic container because it has a cover over it, makes it like a little mini dome greenhouse. And then I can just, pot it up and put it in the bigger pots. Well, yeah. So that's what I'm working on now. Yeah, Mike. I'm getting it together with the Earl Garden. I had bought some butterfly tea yesterday. Can't wait to plant my seeds next month. Yeah, Maria. I think we all. I think we will be seeing a lot of garden reports this coming summer about butterfly pea. It's gonna go through the roof because everybody wants to try it. Everybody wants to have their own. Everybody likes watching the color change and how if you add lemon juice, how the color changes again. So it's going to be very interesting. And also, it's healthy. It's not like drinking soda pop with sugar in it. It helps you to stay hydrated. It helps you to enjoy what you're drinking, and you will drink more of it. You can drink it hot or you can drink it cold. So that makes it nice. You can add ice cubes, you add lemon slices. I mean, you can get fancy and throw anything in there. You can throw some orange slices in it or some cherries or whatever. So, yeah, yeah. Butterfly tea is going to be a big hit this year. I even want to try it in some water, like sun brewed tea, where you put tea bags in water and sit it out in the sun and have sun brewed tea. I like to try that with the butterfly pea flowers and see if I can do it that way as well. I'm gonna have a tea nog. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Well, I've gotten seeds from so many people. I can't dedicate it to one person, but I'm gonna put a name tag by each one where I got it from. Because my Renaissance grandma and Indiana backyard garden, you know, T-Nog, there's quite a few of y'all, Black Tropical Homestead, quite a few of y'all have sent me seeds. And I have the white labels that you can stick in, and then I'm gonna just put whose name they came from, And then I've also seen in the comments where people were saying like, "Oh yeah, she got these seeds. I want to see uh, when she plant them in her garden." Especially Broke Farmer, that Chinese cabbage seed that I wasn't expecting to get, and my Molly's ground cherries, and he sent a particular flavor of pineapple. I'm excited about that myself. Hope that it tastes like pineapple. So yeah, either butterfly pea doesn't grow in stone six. Well, I don't know what I'm doing. Well, you know what, my grandson, I'm gonna start mine inside because I know it'll be warm and then you get a head start. And then I'm gonna leave it. I might not even plant it in the ground outside. I actually have a sun porch off my bedroom, and I might just stick it in a big pot on my sun porch and let it grow inside, around the windows, across the top of the ceiling, whatever, so that I can pretty much guarantee that I don't have to worry about the critters getting to my plant, especially the deer and the raccoons and the groundhogs, which are prolific in my area. They just off the chain. Yeah, I'm drinking kombucha, and this particular flavor is ginger. And since I've been drinking this, okay, um, my stomach's been all right. I had problems with acid reflux, and since I've been drinking kombucha, and in particular the one ginger, I haven't had any more heartburn or upset stomach. So I'm gonna stick with this. And I know I've always seen Lydia drinking it, and I've seen the videos with Lead Farmer and a few other folks who make their homemade kombucha. And I think I'm gonna take a crack at that. Yeah, and I'm in zone six, my Renaissance grandma. So let's give it a shot inside and see how that go. Yeah, I'm gonna try it inside before I worry about outside. Would you say sun porch? Great idea. Yeah, I'm gonna work on that. Yep. Zone six. So yeah, we all pretty much hanging in zone 6A. So yeah. But you said, Maria, while I'm sitting here holding it in my hand talking about it. Okay. Guava. Ooh, ah, ginger kombucha ain't no joke. Ooh, excuse me. ah, it'll open up your sinuses and everything else. This ain't no joke. We're busy. Okay. Oh, what you say, Gina? You see everybody speaking to you, but you weren't able to type right back. You were busy. That's all right. You in the house. I'm glad you in here. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button and show me that you like me just a little bit. Um, I forgot to ask y'all how to make y'all moderators. So there's a lot of buttons here I'm scared to touch. So by the next one, y'all will be moderators. Because I don't want to hit the wrong button and knock myself straight out the live. The the butterfly pea grows really well for me here near Houston. I love to use it in tea. Okay, Nicole. All right. Okay. Well, it probably likes the heat y'all got in Houston. I got folks in Houston. I got folks in Houston, Austin, Texas, Dallas, uh, San Antonio. I got folks all over Texas. I went to Texas. Now it's like, oh, this too hot. Woo! Yeah, my supervisor has made an appearance in uniform. Unicorn lady. Yeah, she was a little salty with me earlier. She was sitting down here. I was on the phone trying to talk to a friend, and she figured it was into her playtime and she wasn't having it. And I was like, no, you're gonna have to go somewhere and sit down. Yeah. Oh, I could do it from my phone, Mike. Oh, I didn't even get in there. All right. I didn't know if I put my phone on that if I had too much feedback. I grew it inside first. It grew about 3 inches and bolted at 3 inches. Then I tried outside, the exact same thing. Huh. That's interesting. Hmm. 3 dots next to a person's name. I know, but every time I could probably do it on my phone. I just can't do it on my live stream because every time I do it, it says something else. And I was like, oh no, I don't want to do that. I'm not trying to knock people out. I'll get back to my niece later. I'm just got rid of Broke. He's still on there talking. Uh, yeah. I just want to say for all the folks in the chat who has been patient with me and helped me to get this far, I just want to let you know personally, I appreciate you. I know a lot of people will help someone and don't even get a thank you. Well, please don't put me in that category. I appreciate any advice that I get from you guys in helping me make my channel a better channel, whether it's about content or whether it's about my demographics or what have you. I truly saying thank you and I really appreciate you. Okay, don't think you're not appreciated. I know some people can work hard all day and never hear a thank you, but I'm not one of them. So for all the ones who have helped me and guided me to help get me this far, I appreciate you. I'm almost up to 400 subscribers. Last time I looked, I was like at 390 something. So I'm getting better here, and I'm trying to get to my page. Okay, who said that's still broke? I don't want broke. Yeah, so um, I'm trying to learn how to work all this stuff. Okay, I'm up to 390. Okay, I've grown snap peas in mason jars. It was fun. Maybe my cool weather it won't bolt. Don't know. That's a good question. You have to do a little experimenting. Oh, we love you and we're here for you. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Maria. Oh, look at the hearts. Oh, y'all gonna make me cry. I'm a sentimental old fool. Thank you, Mary. Yep. So I try to think as I get a little older, I get a little wiser. And some days I'm feeling pretty spunky. Then other days it's just like my age is catching up with me and telling on me. I can't pick up a 25 bag of soil or mulch like I used to. I can't even drag it like I used to. I cut them open and I empty out the bag as much as I can, and then I'll dump out the corner. So yeah, it's rough as you get older. I'm noticing a lot of people are making raised beds on legs, not just in the ground, but on legs, because they're thinking of their future. That as they get older, they won't be able to do all of that, and I understand because I'm already there. When my neighbor helped me build my raised beds, he put a flat plank so that I could sit on it and reach into the middle of the garden without bending over and stressing myself out, which was really thoughtful of him. I didn't see that until after he had done it, and I really appreciate it because I do use it. I sit down and reach. I can't always bend down. If I bend down, ain't no guarantee I can straighten back up. So getting older definitely is a game changer when it comes to gardening. You don't have the same strength. Sometimes I have to garden in stages. I get out there early in the morning in the summer before it gets too hot and water my plants for as much as I can. And then I come in the house when it gets hot because I've had heat stroke and I didn't want it again. And then I come out later on that evening, maybe about 5 or 6 o'clock when the sun starts going down. It's not so hot. And I'll do some weeding and planting some seeds so that they're in the cool of the evening instead of in the heat of the day. And I might water a second time according on just how dry everything is. But I really try to mulch everything, even in my vegetable garden, 2 to 3 inches thick, so that it helps cut down on losing moisture around my plants. And like broke, I used to use that cedar mulch because a lot of insects don't like it. So that helped cut down on a lot of patrolling the garden so much. Would you say, Mike, all the shoveling you did the last 2 days, you feel, oh, no, you should be built like Bobby with all that shoveling snow. Oh, I know it can take a toll on you, but it'll build up some muscles too. Yeah. And see, a lot of people, I felt bad for them that lost their gardens on that last cold snap. But see, we set our gardens to sleep back in like October, November before our cold weather come in because we're in that type of zone in environment, where our winters come in a lot earlier and last a lot longer. You got folks right now planting stuff outside in their gardens January, February. Well, we don't even look that way until what, March or April, you know. And our last freeze is not guaranteed to come through here by the end of May because we've had some storms back to back in the month of April. And it took out a lot of my blossoms off my fruit trees. I got a lot less fruit last year than I should have because of that cold snap. So even we get that problem. Yeah, I was listening to Stacy today about how his garden got wiped out and Food by Faith and Lashes and all you guys who are normally in warmer temperatures, how that cold snap just jacked up a lot of you folks. It even hit T9. It was like, it is what it is. That's what, you can or you can't do. I was laughing at Broke double insulating his greenhouse with bubble wrap and then even buying a heater for it because he got so many citrus trees. Because you know how he is about his citrus between his finger limes and Meyer lemons and oranges and what have you. Yeah, he was trying to save everything. Even my grow bags. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's rough out here. So everybody got smacked. Didn't nobody get not touched, even in Texas, where they never thought it would get cold. Look at it, how it got down in Georgia. It got down to 30 degrees in Georgia. Unheard of. Mississippi and Alabama. They was getting temperatures hadn't been recorded in the last 150 years. So yeah, but the folks up north, we used to this. Yeah. So it is what it is, and like they said, we're not gonna stop gardening just because if we have to garden inside. I know some of you guys have turned your garages into grow houses, which is really cool. My garage is not attached to my house; it's further in the back, so it's too cold. I got my banana plant in the basement, and my Meyer lemons are in the basement. So, yeah. A matter of fact, I went out and got some rainwater out of the barrels in my water cans and put them in the basement, waiting on them to get room temperature. And then I won't give my banana plant. It's got a whole lot of new leaves on it. My banana plant and my Meyer lemons a good watering from the rainwater outside. Would you say, Nicole, you're planning out right now? Our last frost date is March 20th, supposedly. Okay. So you're trying to get what you can in the ground before it comes back around. That's nice, though. Okay. Oh, Presbyterian. I hope I'm saying that right. Gardner, thank you, sweetheart. I'll take that beautiful lady all day long. Hey. I don't mind. We have a long summer here in South Carolina, 6 months. Yeah, see, we don't have that here in Ohio. And sometimes we don't even get a spring. It just go from winter to summer. We might get 2 weeks of spring and then bam, it's super hot. Ooh, it got down to 8 degrees in Georgia. Oh, snap. I didn't know it got that bad. Oh, yeah. A lot of folks took beatings. Yeah, they was actually doing videos showing how their cabbages was froze and the greens was just crumbling up. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. I see y'all as monitors on my phone. I just don't see y'all monitors on my StreamYard, which is funny. Food forest permaculture. Thank you for joining my channel. I saw you and I was like, oh, look at there. I was like, I got some new folks. I was so tickled pink. I was like, oh, hey, ho. Thank you for joining my channel. I hope you enjoy my Thursday night lives, and I hope you like my content in my other videos. So you'll be getting more videos as the weather warm up. Yeah, it's a little tough for me on the inside. Yeah. I wish I could garden like Tina all year round. My goodness, the stuff I would have in my garden. Woo. Yes, indeedy. Mike had a sale on those photo boxes. Oh, I meant to show you. You know, I showed y'all the other one. Well, I went to Joann Fabrics and they had them. And I started putting labels on each one. Well, on this side, yeah. And you know, all those seeds I've been getting from the Dollar Tree. Yeah, later on tonight, I'm going to be playing with this too. Way ahead of you. Yes, indeed. Yeah, we was at Joann Fabrics when I got that one. So Michael's is around the corner. I figured, why go to Michael's when I'm right here? And they got him here. So, yeah. If it's somebody, did I miss somebody? Okay. I'm seeing folks saying hi to, who is Howie? Is Howie someone I said hi to? Because I don't know everybody's first names yet. Yet more we have like surprise Boston. Okay. Yeah, we get those. That's why they tell us that, you know, the end of May after what's that, Memorial Day, it's safe to put your stuff outside in yard. But I always pay attention to the temperature that it's got to be at least 55 degrees or above for 5 solid days before I put anything outside in the ground, because then, you know, for pretty much for a fact that the underground temperature has warmed enough to sustain your plants. You know, they won't get freeze or die off. I'm planning on getting a grow tent to grow more in my garage during the winter. Um, I got everything but the timber to make a hoop house this summer. I thought I was gonna get it last year, but the price of lumber stopped me from making my hoop house. I got my cattle panels. I got my 6 mil plastic. I got my exterior deck screws. I got my the little U-shaped things that knock down my cattle panels on. I got everything but the wood. That's the only thing I didn't get because I refused to pay the prices that they were wanting for lumber. I actually checked the other day and it's come down some, but this guy has still got to come back down a few more dollars for me before I can venture out that way. I want a real storm door and a real window in mine. I don't want to use the plastic. I want some a little more sturdier. So we're gonna see. They've been tearing down a lot of houses around here. They revamping the neighborhood, so to speak. So if I can catch one of those guys getting ready to tear a door off a house or a window, I can get it before they crash it. All right, Broke Farmer just finished his live. And get it and put it in my greenhouse. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Okay. I'm planning on getting a grow. Oh, okay, I read that one. Earthling Howie's here. Okay. Hello, Earthling Howie. Oh, would you say, Sister was so you better start. I better start my seeds. Yeah. And they were talking about that on Broke. He was like, he said he saw some starts for like $5 a piece. I'm like, I don't pay $5 for a packet of seeds, and it have enough in there to last me for the next 100 years. I'm like, ain't no way I'm paying that kind of price for a start, even with my EBT card. No, I know I can get it stretch a lot further, make my own. Recycle lumber is a lot cheaper. Food forest, thank you. That's a good idea. Well, thanks. I'm glad I brought it up. I forgot about that. But you know, I also try to go to these construction sites, new construction sites, and they had dumpsters. I ain't ashamed to dumpster dive now. Old girl would throw on some blue jeans and boots and crawl up in the dumpster in a heartbeat. I got some brand new bricks, never been used. They was just throwing them away because they didn't want to haul them off. Please. I ain't scared. I just saw one virtuous woman and one vigilant watch. Well, thank you. I think it's my first time seeing y'all in my chat. I appreciate you stopping by. Yeah. Hello. How are you? Thank you for stopping in. And for you new ones that's popping in, please hit that like button and show me that you like me. Just a little bit would be greatly appreciated. Yes, indeedy. I just started some moringa. Ooh, Jamaican sorrel and hot pepper seeds today. I have Jamaican sorrel. I had moringa until my co-host decided to chew on it. So, and that piece was sent to me by Black Tropical Homestead, Miss Sherry herself. I had the sticker and everything. And my cat was sitting out on the porch, stretched out on the banister next to my moringa plant. She enjoyed it. I didn't. Yeah. So I still got to get some moringa. Hello. Oh, okay. You saying hello? Hello. Everybody saying hello to one another. Yes, indeedy. Who else? How many of y'all? I caught the tail end. I had Bible study yesterday. How many of y'all caught Stacy's Wind Down Wednesday? Because I've heard a lot about it. I was in there once, but I haven't been able to make it because I'm not doing Zoom anymore. I'm actually going in for my meetings. Wait a minute. What is this? Fluff? Yup. Pumpkin? I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that. Fluff? Love? Lumpkins. Okay. All right. I know you knew. Without a doubt. Thank you for coming into my live. Thank you so much for stopping in and saying hello. Please hit that like button so that you show me that you like me just a little bit. Yeah. Oh, okay. You say Gia. Who's there? Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Mike. Fluffy. All right. That's why that's a tongue twister. I can't even say it sober much longer trying to say that tipsy. Yeah. Sherry sent me. Oh yeah, Miss Linda sent me some Jamaican sorrel, and the deer ate it down. And they waited till it started growing up back, and they ate it down a second time. So after that second time, I pulled it up. So right now I'm breaking out with so much chicken wire you gonna think I got a kettle ranch because that's the only way I can keep all these critters out of my garden because they'll let it start. I give it to them. These critters are smart. They wait and let stuff get rooted and start putting out new shoots. Boy, they come and eat it down in a heartbeat overnight. I can go there evening at 6 o'clock and check on my garden and come back the next morning and everything is gone. Yep, they nibble it down to the ground. TLC is in here. My baby girl in here. Hey, TLC in the garden. Did y'all check out TLC's video about the seeds? That girl was down with that video. I enjoyed it so much. Yep. Yep. We talk, we see each other. So, here come Broke now. Yep. I've been watching you on the big screen behind me on the other side of my computer. So you and Stacy finally decided that y'all was finished. All right. Thank you, bro. My son. Yeah, yep. I dropped you a note in there, but you wasn't paying attention. You and Stacy was cutting up so bad. Now you know every Thursday at 7. Y'all was having so much fun. And I was telling folks how I was watching your video earlier about seeds starting in 101. Yep. So he slid in here. Guava, y'all. This is my kombucha. Whew. I wonder if I put a shot of gin in there, what it tastes like. Interesting. Oh, well. All right. For my PSA people, This is the best stuff to rub on aches and pains. This is Tasso, a massaging oil. Serenity by Microfarm is good for sore knees, sore backs, sore shoulders, anything that's sore. You rub this on, and I guarantee you will forget that you're hurting. This is just how good this is. You need to hit up our boy Microfarmer. He got the stuff. And we're off. Okay. Yeah. What you say? Yeah. You know we go back. Yeah. You all be glad I love you. Otherwise, I would say something else. Oh, what you say to it? Oh, bro. Oh, you like the kids, huh? Double dog dare you, huh? Stop it. Angela's Garden and Delight. There she go. Hey, sweetie. How you doing? Glad you made it over. Yes, I do. Yeah, bro. I was talking about your 101, but I'm also was talking about your greenhouse. Um, how you insulated it with bubble wrap, double insulation, and the heater that you bought to put in there to save your precious citrus. So, ooh, excuse me. I was just wondering how your citrus plants was doing because I know how much you baby them. See, I don't even worry about my garden. I had some celery out there that I didn't go and crop. It's probably all mushy now, but it's not a problem because you know what? I'm not going to clear that around because it's actually insulating any new growth that might come up in the spring, and then I'll clear it out and let the new stuff up. But right now, with this crazy weather, how it has warmed up the ground and all this rain, I got tulips and stuff trying to push up in the soil. So this weather's got the plants confused as well in regards to coming up. You know, you got spring flowers trying to push up in the soil that shouldn't be coming up yet. This is just January. I mean, we got a long winter. Our winters don't normally end until almost the end of April, beginning of May, the hard part of it. And we haven't had a first really bad snow yet. So this is how not only plants are confusing coming up in this crazy weather, this is how they won't come up when they should once the weather actually warm up because they got killed or died back too early and don't have the energy to make a second appearance until next year in 2024. So this weather scares me here in Ohio. Yeah, it was bad enough losing a lot of my blossoms on my fruit trees last year, and that can also happen again with spring flowers. So it's a little crazy. So, you know what? We just take one day at a time. And I think it's going to get to the point where, as a lot of our gardening will be inside. It's going to be there's already been a boom in aerial gardens because you see all these different name brands of aerial gardens you never knew existed pop up. Mike was slamming and getting some good deals during what was that Black Friday. Mike, you was popping up with all these new aerial gardens, and I'm hearing people buying aerial gardens for $30, $25. I was like, yeah, everybody's jumping on that bandwagon about aerial gardens, people gardening inside because of our crazy weather. You know, we go from one extreme to the next. You know, first Texas burned up, and now they froze. You know, so yeah, the weatherman cannot predict everything. So we had to go with the flow. I think who was that? My Renaissance grandma that was doing a lot of gardening inside her garage. You know, and you could set it up. Set up your grow lights. Set up your big stands with all the shelves and stuff. See, I'm in an older house and it doesn't have a lot of plugs, so I have to be very cautious of where I put my plants because I'm not trying to overload the system. Um, since I only have like, and this is a big living room, and I only have two plugs in here, one over here and one over there, and I have an extension cord going from this one over to where I'm sitting at. So I'm not trying to overload and burn the house down. Oh, in the 70s, last couple of days. Yeah, I noticed a lot of people had to open up their greenhouses because it might be 70 outside, but it might be 110 inside the greenhouses. Did you say, Mike? We had one day 38 degrees. Wife saw a mosquito. We Googled it. Females hibernate under snow, come out when it's warm. Huh. Okay. Did not know that. I learned something new today. Thank you, Mike. Hmm. For that little FYI. Cool. Yeah. 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 Hydroponics is getting to be a big deal. That's what I'm saying. All these name brands is popping up that I never heard before. All I've ever heard was Aero Garden. Aero Garden, this, that, and the third. And I bought me one at Walmart. And then next thing I know, Mike was telling me and showing me Aero Gardens. And then I seen Food by Faith for one. And who is that? Whole New Perspective. I seen hers in her windowsill in her kitchen. I'm like, these are the names of people I ain't never heard before. I'm like, who is these people? So yeah. I heard that I'll be wanting to try flowering bulbs, but I saw how the weather was acting funny last year and we ain't had our good snow yet. So I'm not playing with that level of gardening yet. Yeah, yeah, Fluffy. I understand. Yeah, it's kind of hard to call the shots in regards to what you want to plant, what you want to add, because you don't know how the weather is going to cooperate. Now, I used to have skunks and used to dig up my bulbs, but they didn't want the bulbs. They wanted the grubs. I got rid of the grubs, but then when they dug up the bulbs, the squirrels were eating the bulbs. I was like, okay, y'all, I wish y'all giving each other a high five and doing tags like I did this up, get the grubs and you get the bulbs. And I was just like, because I kept replanting stuff, replanting stuff. I go out there one night, y'all looking good. I come out, half my tulips are sitting on the ground. Who dug them up? And it was tag team between the skunks and the squirrels and the raccoons. Everybody was digging and looking for something. Yes, grow lettuce and herbs year round instead of fighting crazy weather. Yeah, well, you don't have a choice. You know, you don't have a choice. If you want certain things, you're going to have to learn how to be able to grow it under whatever circumstances that'll work. Never saw a winter mosquito my entire life. Yeah, well, it's a whole lot of stuff. Let me tell you what I used to do a long time ago. I used to have the most beautiful lawn, and I don't have a lawn now. Everything is mulch and ground cover. But I took a tip from a guy at Scott's. He said, sprinkle your weed and feed on top of the snow. And he says, as the snow melts, it will slowly dissolve the weed and feed and it would get to your plants a lot faster because they would absorb the water from the snow melting. Because weeds can grow through snow. Weeds don't care what time of year it is. Weeds don't have any limitation. It's everything else. And I would put it on the snow, and everybody used to say, "Oh, your snow looks so dirty." But when spring came, I had the best looking lawn on the street because it nabbed the weeds that were growing up through the snow. They were actually absorbing the weed and feed as they grew. So yeah, I learned a lot of good tips from the people from Scott's, which was cool, and it works. I had a gentleman said, um, "I need somebody to tell me how to grow my lawn." I told him I can. I used to work in the garden department at Home Depot a long time ago. And he said he didn't want a woman to tell him how to grow his lawn. I was like, oh, you one of them. I didn't say that out loud, but that's all I was saying to myself. So I showed him another guy that was down the hall. And I said, well, maybe he can help you. And he went down there, and I know he couldn't. And I knew what he was going to say. And so when he went down there, he talked to the man a minute. The man turned down, looked down the hallway at me, and he had the frown on his face. And he came back down there, and he said, "You think you're smart, huh?" I was like, "What?" He said, "He told me to come down here and talk to you. That you knew what you was doing." I tried to tell you, but you didn't. You think I'm one of them dumb ones. So I sent you to someone who didn't know because I knew he was going to send you back to me. And he listened to my advice and came back a month later and told me his lawn turned out real nice. So that was funny. But yeah, there was okay. What else you got in here? I saw a mosquito in zone 7 the other day. Wow. What kind of mosquitoes y'all got? That's crazy. Mm-mm. I'm gonna tell you a tip about mosquitoes though. I have I don't know if you all seen my videos about my rain barrels where I have my super juice and stuff at, but I would go to the pet store and get feeders. I get about 100 feeders and I split them up in 2 different bags. And I take them and I put them in my rain barrels and I let them, sit in there for about an hour or so and acclimate them. And then I break up the bag and then I let them loose in my rain barrels. And I never have problems with mosquitoes. The feeders are what they call, and that's what they do. They eat all the larvae and they poop in the water, and that's a natural way of 511. So they serve a couple of good purposes. And at the end of the year, I don't bring them in the house. I let them stay in there until they freeze and die off, and then they disintegrate into the water. And I have my own original 511 water. So just a little FYI, if you got any rain barrels or buckets or whatever where you have standing water and you would have problems with mosquitoes, get you some feeders from the pet store. You can get 100 of them for about $1.50. Okay. And put them in your rain barrels or your ponds or anywhere where you have large amounts of water and you have mosquito problems. And I guarantee you they'll take care of all of that. And like I said, when they poop, you get the original 511. So just a little heads up for mosquito infested areas. Just get you some feeders and throw them in there. And the raccoons and the cats and stuff can't get to them. So anytime you touch the top, they go down to the bottom. So you have to worry about them scooping them out. Or you just put some chicken wire over the top so they can't get to them. Solves your problem. So I don't get bit up. And people like, you got rain barrels out there and there's no lids on them. I don't worry about them. If you notice, you don't see me complain about mosquito bites because I eliminated that problem with the feeders. So that's just a little FYI. Mosquitoes this summer. I don't know. I don't know what kind of mosquitoes you got. You in a whole different state. It's funny how from state to state, people have bugs that they deal with that they don't deal with others. Like I never heard of a horn. What was that? The horn tomato, whatever that thing, a hornworm. All right, until I started watching YouTube. Never seen one in Ohio, and I've been gardening for I say 55 years, but it's been close to 65 years. I've been gardening since my grandmother said knee high to a duck. And I've never seen a horn worm eating anybody's tomatoes until I came to YouTube channel. So I thought that was interesting. Yeah, and a few other bugs I've never heard of. Like Miss Linda was talking about that hook worm. Look, it's not a worm. I don't know what kind of thing it is. It's a predator or whatever. But I'm seeing bugs and insects I've never seen before until I came to YouTube. So that's interesting. Cheap fish from pet stores. Yeah, yeah. Oh, Food Forest. Oh, okay, you gone? Well, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button and let me know that you like me. Just a little bit. Uh-oh. Excuse me, y'all. Hey, let me call you back. I'm in the middle of something.
Oh, okay. Take your time.
All right, man.
That's your text.
Okay. All right, bye. Sorry about that. Yeah. So Food Forest Permaculture, thank you for stopping by once again. And please come back and see me next Thursday at 7 o'clock. Yeah. I talk about a little about this, that, and the other. Yes, Fluffy, the real cheap fish. You get to feed another. Yeah. My son used to get feeders. Oh no, that wasn't feeders. He used to get white mice to feed his alligators. Ugh. I told him no, not here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There are feeders that you feed. Like I used to put the feeders in my pond for my turtles. They used to eat the feeders. They loved them. Oh, Broke, you said knee high to a grasshopper. No, not quite that large. Knee high to a duck. I was a little bigger. I get the hornworms here in Dayton, Michelle. Really, Jada? They never got that far. They didn't. They haven't made it to Cleveland. I hope they never do. From what I've seen, who was it? Was it Andale? I think it was. She had some gloves on and she pulled one off her tomatoes, or it was her husband. He pulled one of those hookworm, and I was like, "Ooh, that thing was big and ugly too." And I was like, I was looking at how he was stripping them tomato leaves. I was like, "Oh, this thing is serious." It's like a piranha out of the water when it comes to eating tomatoes. It was tearing them up. Okay. Oh, you're in Massachusetts. Okay. You up on the East Coast. But in planting tomatoes this year specifically, see if I can draw them out. Why? Girl, them things did you ever see a leaf with how many eggs it was on there? It was someone, I can't remember which video I was watching, but they turned the leaf over on how the hornworm lay eggs. It was like 100 or 200 eggs on that one leaf alone. Can you imagine all of them things hatching and going through your garden? Oh no, you don't want to track them. That's one bug I don't think you even want to start. Because then your curiosity will go from that to being really PO'd. If he goes to your garden and you complain about all the hard work you put into growing this, that, and the third, then he comes in there one night and wipe it out. No, you don't want that, Fluffy. Yeah, you got to change your line of thought when it comes to bugs. It ain't worth that. Yeah. I learned about bagworm from T Nagia, then found some on a tree in my yard. Whoa. Whoa. Well, at least you could recognize what it was and the damage that it does. Oh, that was a good heads up. Yep. I made my husband get them. They freaked me. I saw a picture of this eyes. And I was like, this ain't real. This is a cartoon. I was like, the big old bug eyes. I was like, this is from this worm. I was like, oh my goodness. Yeah, I see why a lot of people said they wouldn't touch it. I'm not scared of insects. I'd have snatched that bad boy off of there so quick and threw him on the ground and crushed him. I was the same way when I was digging out my fruit trees and I was moving one and the root had came out of the pot into the ground. And I had to cut the root loose in order to pull the pot away. And when I pulled it and the cardboard peeled back, it was full of grubs, big, fat, juicy grubs. I did a video on it. I took them grubs over my neighbor's driveway and I was just smashing them one at a time. I'll be like, oh, no, 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 no. Because all they're going to grow into is Japanese beetles and they will wipe out your garden and tear up my roses. And I have a lot of rose bushes. I was like, oh, no, you won't strip my rose bushes. Yeah, Japanese beetles will strip a rose bush like that tomato hookworm will go through tomatoes. It'll be nothing but a skeleton. You'll know exactly what type of insect has been in your yard from the damage that it leaves. I guarantee you. If you didn't know the first time, I guarantee you when you look it up, you'll never forget it again. When you see it again, you'll be like, oh, I got Japanese beetles or I got the tomato hookworm from the damage and the trail of devastation that they leave behind in your garden. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want that, girlfriend. That is something you don't wouldn't even wish on your worst enemy. What you say? As garden triangle was hunting at night, black light. Yeah, I saw that. I saw people going out there with black lights and they were glowing in the dark. I was like, wow, what kind of animal is this? It glows on a black light. I was like, this is back in the 70s when they had black lights everywhere and everybody's teeth and eyes was glowing. Yeah. I did. What you say? I did a video about finding hookworms tonight with a black light. Yeah. All right. It might be fun for you. I found Japanese beetles last summer. They're always mating. Yeah, well, that's how stuff multiply. How else was they gonna do it, Mike? You say you got those two. The Japanese beetles or the hookworms or both. Excuse me. Plant lots of sweet allium. It brings in the parasitic wasp that kills the hookworm. Oh, really? I have a sweet alyssum as a ground cover in my yard. Never knew that. But you know what? I get a lot of praying mantises. And I didn't see one day. I was working in the garden. It had aphids and they were in there doing their job. And I got too close to a flower. I was deadheaded and it pricked me. And I was like, what the hey? I was like, this plant don't have stickers on it. Why did I get pricked? And I looked and I seen a little arm coming up like that. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I was like, this is beneficial. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm going to get out your way. I'm going to go work in another part of the garden, let you do your job. And I also have certain flowers that attract ladybugs, and they help keep the aphids off my roses as well. So I have a lot of flowers. I have just as many flowers as I do veggies, not only for pollinators, but also they're beneficial in taking out the bad bugs. Kim in California said that they don't have the squash vine bugs in Cali. See, that's what I'm saying. Different states don't have certain things, and other cities do. So that's. Hey, Barb Brownlee, you made it. Thank you, sweetie. Make sure you hit that like button. And everyone. Bad storm just finished here. Still waiting. 40 miles an hour. Ooh, yeah. It finally stopped raining here. It was raining so hard you can hear it smacking up against the window. I don't hear it now. It's quiet. It's almost eerie. It's so quiet. Oh, okay, the Japanese beetles. Yeah, yeah. When I see the top leaves on my rose bushes looking like skeletons, I know I got Japanese beetles. And I start flipping over the leaves, and I find them, and I before you get a chance to fly off, I will grab you and smash you, and I'll smash you between my fingers just so you don't take off. So like I ain't scared of bugs. If I can get to it before it get to me, it's a wrap. Oh, what you say? Go look now. Makes me excited. Yeah. I get excited too, and I've been doing it many years, and I still get excited and growing because, especially when you see something come up, you plant something, and you're just like, "Dang, it's taking forever for this. When is this gonna come up?" And then the day you don't look, and you go back out there, and it's already an inch taller. You be like, "Oh, when did this happen? It wasn't here yesterday." But it just tickles you, and say, "All right, now I know I'm gonna get." You're looking forward to it to growing to flourishing. So. Yeah. Oh, Broke's still in here. I wish I had praying mantises. They're cool. Yeah. Well, you can order bugs online. You can order anything online. As long as you got Google and Amazon account, you can order worms, ladybugs, praying mantises, whatever your little heart desire that you need for your yard. But I wouldn't order them unless your yard is infested. Because if they don't have enough to eat, they will be gone in a day or two. If your yard's infested and you bring in a boatload of those predators, they will get everything under control. But as soon as they have the issue under control, they will fly away. I'm going to tell you that for a fact. Excuse me. I had one ladybug in my rose bushes, and she was tearing up aphids. She needed help. She called for backup. I don't know where these ladybugs came from, but they showed up. They cleaned up my roses, and once the roses was cleaned up, they disappeared. So it's just like any other animal. If your food source is no longer available, there's no reason for you to stick around. You go find somebody else's yard that might have aphids that needs to be there, or just totally disappear because there is no food for them and they will die out. They'll starve. So that's nature. Okay. I wish I had praying. Okay. All right. Barb saying hi to Barb. But my cold killed them. Seems mean to bring here. Well, in some cases though, they might fly elsewhere. They might not starve. When they see their food chain getting low, they might actually migrate to another state that's full of flowers and stuff too. I mean, they got their own built-in GPS. So, just like butterflies and what is it? Hummingbirds. When the weather starts to change, the seasons change, they get up out of here. Like Ethel, Fred and Ethel, I see them every year. They disappear around the end of September, and I know they're gone to hibernate in another state, somewhere where it's warm. And then I don't look for them again until about May or July. They'll show up. I'll put the hummingbird feeder up, and one day I'll be sitting on the porch and I hear that bzzz, and I know it's my hummingbirds. They made it back. Like last year, I thought they were late coming in, which I understood because we had 2 snowstorms back to back. So that kind of hindered them coming back their regular time, but they did show up. So I was happy. I kept seeing Fred, but I didn't see Ethel, and I was like, "What's up?" And so maybe she laid an egg and she's nursing that egg. And then maybe about a month or so later, he was at the feeder and she showed up. Now it's just tickled pink. So yeah, it's not up to us to regulate. It's just us to take one day at a time. Yeah. Uh, I kill plants, not cool bugs. So you ain't have to worry about the bugs up, Mike. They don't have a chance around you. I'm going to hang hummingbird. Yeah, dollar store. I got me 2 or 3 of them. And let me tell you, when you get a hummingbird feeder, do not move it around your yard. They don't like that. You have to put it in the same spot every time you put it out. You can add another hummingbird feeder in another part of your yard, but you can't move the original. They don't like that. They like consistency. So you have to put your hummingbird feeder in the same spot once you put it out there. I was watching, who is that? Robbie in California, who got something like 2,000 hummingbirds coming to our house. And I listened for her tidbits and stuff. And every tidbit that she's given about hummingbirds, I actually tried it with Fred and Ethel, and they actually work. And I was so tickled pink. And I think Fred and Ethel enjoyed it too. Growing with Hudson. Hey, ho, hey. Growing with Hudson, let me tell you something. I got corrected. I was talking about the cookies and it was you, and I thought it was sifting some soil. She let me know it wasn't her, it was you. Talking about the cookies you were trying out and the ones that didn't seem like they were done in the middle. I was like, okay, I know you love cookies. So now I stand corrected and I know who's the cookie bandit. Yeah. Yeah. I love, yeah, Robbie and Gary. Yep. Because I had a little stand that I had stuck down in the plant right near the hummingbird feeder. And the hummingbird came and sat on it and sat still. I didn't think they could do that. But after watching Robbie, I found out that they can. And it did it. And I was like, oh, he did it. He did it. And I took a bread twister, the wire kind, and I twisted it and I put it on the tip of the hummingbird feeder and it sat on that. So I was just over the moon. And I really listened to Robbie and Gary a lot about the hummingbirds, and everything that she has spoke about actually works. And I've tried it and I really enjoyed it. Yep. Hands in the dirt. Oh, Stacy, you finally showed up. All right. I was watching you with Broke Farmer. Y'all know y'all silly when y'all get together. Yeah. I do enjoy watching you guys. Y'all just hilarious. Really, really, really funny. Yes, indeedy. Um, Stacy, I know you are a man who wear many hats. I know you like to hunt, you garden, fish, all that good stuff. What do you consider your most relaxing activity? Since you do so many, which one relaxes you the most? I personally said sitting and hunting because you're quiet and you're relaxed waiting for the food to show up. What's your opinion? Yeah, Presbyterian. Yeah, he slid on in here. He's here. What? My co-host woke up. What? Yeah. But I'm on my live right now. Can you wait? Can you wait? Okay. All right. Yeah. She wants to play. No, not now. You okay. No, honey water or sugar water for hummingbirds. Sugar water. Do not they don't yeah, not now. I know. What did I tell you? Stop. Okay. Um, never use anything sweet. They don't like the red dye in the water. They don't like honey water. They don't like it too sweet. I take a measuring cup and I put half sugar. No, I put maybe a four a quarter of a cup of sugar, and then the rest of it I use bottled water and I stir it up real good. And then I take a funnel and I fill up my hummingbird feeder. Never use all that other stuff. They don't like all that stuff. The co-host name, that's Miss Annie. That's the princess. Yeah, we have battles on who's the diva in this house. I was like, since I'm paying the bills and buying the kitty litter and the kitty food, I'm the diva. That's the princess. Yeah. She gets a little funky at times. I had to put her in her place. Yeah, yeah. We have quite a few conversations. People be like, they can hear her in the background because she can get pretty loud when she wants to. When she wants to get real funky, she and I'm like, look, we ain't doing that today. Go somewhere. See, I always had boys. I've never had girls. This is the first time I had a girl. This was given to me as a gift. And they had her spaded before I got her, so she was good to go. Matter of fact, next month she'll be 3 years old. I got her when she was 6 months. Yeah, so she thinks she runs the house. I told her, do your job, catch mice, and leave me alone. So I played with her for a minute, then she all right, she'll go somewhere. You know, she been up here asleep for most of this live, so she didn't get petted. So now she's a little salty that she ready to be petted in. I'm not ready to pet her. So yeah. Goodies Homestead. What you got good to eat? What you cooking? Tell me something. Yes, indeed. Um, everybody in the chat, tell me what's your favorite dish to cook fresh from your garden. Because I know everybody don't like all veggies. You know, some people grow veggies for family members or neighbors or anyone but themselves. You know, because this is last year was the first time I found out just how many people actually like Brussels sprouts. Hey, Tina, the New Orleans gardener, thank you for stopping in. Okay, you eating, but you listen. That's all right. I take it. Make sure y'all hit that like button and show me that you like me. Just a little bit would be greatly appreciated. Okay, Mike, you said you like making pasta sauce. Growing with Hudson, okra. That's good. I love okra any kind of way it comes. Presbyterian, you said eggplant, tomato, and cabbage with okra. Oh, now you're talking, Cheryl. Hello. That's some good eating. All right. Egg, I mean, eggplant fries. Oh, okay. I've had those. Broke Farmer. All right. I for some reason I didn't see you as an eggplant man. I stand corrected. Okay. Nothing wrong with that. All right. All right. I know I got more people in here. Come on, y'all. Tell me what you like. Talk to me. What you say, Fluffy? You like turnip greens. Okay. That's good. I got my granddaughter learning how to, I taught her how to cook collards, and she was like, Grandma, you growing collards this year? And I was like, yeah, yeah. What you say, Stacey? You a foodie. You say it don't make no difference, all of it. If you can grow it, you can eat it. Yes, indeed. Brussels sprouts, carrots, potatoes, onions, garlic, and a little bit of olive oil. That sounds delicious. Yes, indeed. I was watching T Knock the other day. What was it? Roman Roman Romanesco. Broccoli Romanesco. I'm finally learning to remember that. Yeah, but she always cooking something out of her garden. And then she got to have her shrimp. My nephew said, you got to have them scrimps. Yes, indeed. And she love her scrimps. Go ahead and eat so you can get down like you get down and lick your fingers and enjoy your food. Go ahead, Miss Linda. I ain't mad at you. Enjoy your meal. Yes, potatoes are so good from the garden. Yeah. Oh man, the first time I ate sweet potatoes that I grew out of my garden, the skin was thin and it was sweet. I ate the whole thing. A lot of times, you just scoop out the inside of a sweet potato. Not that one. He got ate the whole thing. I really enjoyed it. Goodies don't make a difference. We know you. You mean well. You gonna say hi to everybody in here. Everybody know we don't. We ain't funny like that. Guava, y'all. Almost finished with it. Ooh. Oh, kombucha ain't no joke. It got to be good for you. It just got to be good for you. Yes, indeed. I'm looking forward to the seeds I got from Miss Lennon from the Tigger melon. That's something I'm really interested in trying. Today I bought me some zucchini, and I like taking the green zucchini with the yellow squash, like straight neck or crook neck squash, slicing that up with some red onions, some crushed fresh garlic, and in a little extra virgin olive oil, and saute that down and make some mashed potatoes and pour that over the top. Man, it make you want to slap somebody. Sometimes I might throw in a croissant with some butter on it. Oh my goodness. You know how you kick off your shoes and wiggle your toes because it get good to you? And it's all veggies, and it's going to break down. It's good for your body. You won't have to worry about heartburn and indigestion, not unless you have problems with onions and garlic, which I don't, and I'm glad. And just enjoy it. It's just good. It just make you smack your lips, and then you get mad when it's all gone. It's like, do I have enough for seconds? I'm picking kale leaves and snacking right now. It's next to me, so delicious. Now, Mike, do you dehydrate? I know you do hydroponics, but have you ever had kale chips? Because I know I've seen a lot of the ladies in the chat that does that. Dehydrate. And who is that? That was Crystal earlier today. Whole new perspective was showing her dehydrated that she's had for like over 10 years and how she was dehydrating stuff. She got something new for every day of the week. That woman is phenomenal when it comes to this jarring up. I'm trying to jar up the first time. She jarring up every day. Every day is something new. Mixed greens of different varieties of kales, red and green Swiss chard, curly mustards, purple top turnips, greens and bottoms, red mustard greens, collards with smoked turkey, onions, and hot peppers. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Wow, Barb. Oh my goodness. That sounds absolutely phenomenal. That even just reading that gives a beautiful picture of how it should look once it's finished. It just makes it, you make it sound appetizing. Because everything that you talk about sounds delicious. Now, have you ever had radish leaves in there as well? Yeah, Cheryl. She's doing a phenomenal job in this jar up. When she said jar up, she means just that. Oh yeah, got to have the cornbread. Now, I'm gonna say something. I don't know. A lot of people might not like it, but get over it. My grandmother used to make cornbread with buttermilk. A lot of people don't like buttermilk. They don't like that tart or sour taste of buttermilk. I love it. I used to eat cornbread with my grandmother with buttermilk, or I would smash up my cornbread and pour buttermilk over it. Old school. Yeah. Yeah. That's how my grandmother never used sweet milk in her cornbread. She always used uh, uh, buttermilk. She never used the sweet milk for her cornbread. Oh, let's say turnip tops delicious too as chips. Okay, and they're dehydrated. Okay, good tip, Mike. Thank you very much. The FYI. Let's try gardening. Yeah, I like that name. Hello, hon. Thanks for stopping by. Is this your first time in my chat? Welcome. Thank you so much. And make sure you hit that like button and show me that you like me just a little bit. Would be greatly appreciated. Okay. T-Nog, you finish eating? You saying hello to everybody? Would you say I don't drink buttermilk, but I will make cornbread? Okay. That's all right, though. It's still good. My grandmother used to make that hot water cornbread on top of the stove. Yeah. Definitely old school. My grandparents and aunts made me think so much of Miss Linda when she was telling me about her grandmother growing up. Yeah, grandma didn't have the supermarket to go to buy seeds and plants and stuff. Granny would save seeds from the plant. She always left a plant or two in the yard to go to seed and collect the seeds, and she would have them next year, to put out in the garden. She had the old-fashioned apron where she would lift her apron up and have seeds in the apron, and as she go down the aisle, she would sprinkle them down in there. Yeah, yeah. All the stuff, a lot of advantages that folks have nowadays, we didn't have it back in the day, and we grew the best food you could ever eat. Would you say I love buttermilk for some breads, biscuits, and even my pancakes? Presbyterian. Yep. Been there, done that. Oh, you say yes, baby, all done. Say good to the last bite, huh? But what I like about you, Miss Linda, is that I don't care what you have for lunch, you're gonna have your cheese toast. Oh, it's the same way. Back in the day, did you ever have the toast where you put it under the broiler and you put 4 sticks of butter on it and then it would melt, and then when it come out, it would be toasted with the little 4 spots where the butter was at? To me, that was the best toast you could ever have. From my garden. Yes, I also add radish leaves, sweet potato leaves as well with brown butter, homemade iron skillet buttermilk cornbread. Yes, hello. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. As my mom used to say, get down to the nitty gritty. You say you smack your lips and wiggle your toes. Buttermilk cornbread for that Thanksgiving dressing. Man, oh man. I know that's right, growing Hudson. Yes, because we didn't have a toaster. That's right. Everybody had no toast. That was big time. You had toasters back in the day. That broiler works just as fine. It toasted your toast. You had toast, you know. Not unless you want to get fancy and it browns a little bit on one side, then you flip it over for the other side. But other than that one time up under there with your little 4 pads of butter, that's when breakfast was the number one meal of the day. You had grits and toast. And my grandmother, old Southerners, we from Georgia originally, and she would have ham with red-eye gravy. Oh my goodness. And make that little spoon indentation in your grits and pour that little red-eye gravy in there. Oh my goodness. Or you had the thick bacon that had the thick rind, and when you cook it, it was crispy. It was almost like eating skins. Oh my god. And that coffee that was so strong it would grow hair on the bottom of your feet. My grandmother used to make the most serious breakfast. As soon as I smelled the food cooking, I hurried up and washed up and ran downstairs to sit at the table so I could eat with granddaddy. Those was the days as a kid. Yeah, you were innocent, and it was truly a blessing to grow up in. Now, man, you got to put your kids on lockdown. They scary out here. These kids grow up overnight. Yep. You didn't have a toaster. That stove did everything. You fried that bread, yeah. Yep. We use broilers more than oven. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Because the only time you normally use the oven is like on Sundays when they cook the big dinner, or grandma might might roast a chicken maybe once a week or so, but we used the broiler more than we did the oven coming up. But when you turn that oven on, that whole house was hot. You don't know nothing about red eye gravy? Yeah, that's from the forest down in Georgia. Uh, who would know about that red eye gravy? Bro, Stacy, did y'all have red eye gravy? Yep. Man, grandma put it on your grits, or if you didn't have grits, if you had rice, we had rice for breakfast. Yeah, a lot of people thought rice was only for like dinner. I was like, what house you in? Whatever they put in front of you, that was it. Ooh, yep, you have fried chicken and grits. You can have shrimp and grits. You can have sausage and grits, bacon and grits. Shoot, grits went with everything. And then I'm a big cream of wheat and oatmeal kind of girl too. Oatmeal, you got to have your butter, your milk, and your sugar. That's the only thing I put sugar on is my oatmeal. I never put sugar in my grits, and I never put it on my rice. And I might put it in my cream of wheat, malto meal. But other than that, I didn't put sugar on everything. I remember the broiler made the cheese bubble up. Oh yeah, good cheese. Yeah, yeah, yep. Grilled cheese. Yes, indeedy. It made the best one. But you say sure a red eye for sure. Oh, so you hip to that, huh? We ate it on biscuits. All righty. There's a whole lot of folks saying, okay, see, Stacy, I knew you would. Yep. You and Broke, y'all the most southern boys. I knew y'all knew about red eye gravy. Cassandra said, yep, she got a vote on there too. All right, Mary Grow with me, 1964. She said, hello. She in it on there too. Grandma picked meat off hocks, dice, and made red eye gravy for biscuits. See, there's a whole lot of folks that's hip to the red eye gravy. I would think, well, I put it like this. I thought maybe New Orleans, since they all into that that cooking, that they would be familiar with red eye gravy. I guess not. I stand corrected. Oh, Mike, you was raised in Georgia. Okay, and your wife is from Tennessee, and y'all ended up in Minnesota. All right, that's a trait right there. I was looking for some smoked neck bones the other day to cook in some greens, and what did I see? Salt pork. I ain't even know they still sold that. With so many people with high blood pressure, hypertension, what have you, I thought they'd have stopped selling that. But I guess if it's still making money, they're gonna keep selling it. But I hadn't seen salt pork in a long time. I either get smoked neck bones or smoked turkey. Uh, I was laughing. I saw the smoked turkey butts, and I thought about Miss Linda when she's saying I ain't cooking no butts. I was standing in the grocery store laughing, and folks were looking at me like, "Is this woman mad or what?" Or she laughing at the prices of eggs, you know. And I was like, I saw them turkey butts. I was like, Miss Linda said, she ain't cooking nobody's butts. I was raised in New Orleans. We don't do red eye gravy, baby. Okay. Okay. All right. So I guess it's just the Southerners like Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia. Okay. All right. So, um, yeah, it's trying to start up raining again. Yeah. They said it was going to be a hot mess this week as far as the weather going up and down. What'd you say, Mike? Mike said that's the best part of the bird. But you said, but enjoy your food. Say, just because you don't eat it don't mean I can't eat it. I understand. I understand. South Carolina does red eye too. Ooh, okay, sure. Oh, I forgot about South Carolina. North Carolina is considered South, and some parts of Florida as well. Now, I did say Mississippi now, Mary. I said Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi. And it's probably up in Arkansas too. If there's anybody here from Arkansas, I don't want to offend y'all either. I know they have it in Texas. It's my son's in Dallas. That's real country ham, though. Couldn't believe that nobody could eat that. I couldn't believe that anybody could eat that. Really? Okay. Yeah, ain't number gravy. It's good gravy. I put like that. It tastes good to me anyway. I wasn't complaining. I bet you I wasn't refusing it if it was set in front of me. It smelled good. I don't know. It was just something about the food as we was growing up that when them women got in the kitchen and got to cooking together, like my mom, my grandmom, and my aunts, when they was in the kitchens for the holidays when we was little, the kitchens was definitely off limit to kids and men, but we didn't mind because we would stand in the door and they had little tidbits, so they say, "Taste this, let me know what it needs," or they might throw you a little piece of ham to eat, and it was just fun, you know, and you enjoyed every bit of. And I feel sorry for these kids that we have out here now. They don't know the joys of any of this. If it's not for, I'm not talking about us in the garden community who know the value of teaching, you know, reach one, teach one, like was that Juicing with Jay always say. We understand the value of organic food. We understand the value of eating healthy. We understand the value of trying to get away from the supermarkets because in a minute there might not be food in the supermarkets. Just like when you go into the dairy department looking for eggs and shelves are empty, and it's just like when the pandemic hit and how toilet paper disappeared and paper towels and all kinds of stuff. We're learning to be self sufficient and to slowly wean ourselves from that. And just like I said, since we can't always depend on the weather to be right, and more of us are getting into hydroponics and turning our garages into greenhouses or bringing a greenhouse inside the garage to keep your garden going all year round. So we understand the severity of the times that we're living in. But there's a lot of kids don't even know that a tomato grows on a vine, on a plant, or where a watermelon come from. They just think everything comes from the supermarket. And it's sad. And this is why it's up to us to teach the next generation of kids in regards to how to be self-sufficient. I found out last week that I'm going to be a great grandma, a baby due in the fall. So I'm tickled pink and I'm looking forward to it. And I know my granddaughter will know that when she come looking for us, the baby will be in a stroller sitting out in the in the garden. You know, I'll toss some tomato to eat on or give us a stick of celery to gnaw on while they teething. So I'm really looking forward to this. Yeah, a lot of restaurants went out of business because they said they couldn't afford the new prices of food. And there's a lot of restaurants now that are buying land with the restaurant to grow a lot of their own food, where their chefs can go out and get a head of lettuce to make a salad or grab a tomato to make a sauce or something of the sort. So as a garden community, we're not the only ones knowing just where growing food is going. My wife's a salt aholic. Okay, so I take it she puts salt on everything. I'm about pepper. I don't salt him. She do. Okay, yeah. You know what? I have salt and pepper shakers in my house, but if I have company over, I never put them out. If you don't ask for it, I don't put it out because I put enough seasonings from the different herbs that I use in the food to season it to a point where you won't even notice that there's salt missing. I'll put fresh cracked pepper in there, but I try to stay away from salt because my friends are older, so some of them have high blood pressure, some of them are diabetics. A lot of them don't eat pork anymore, so I don't cook pork for them. Um, and so uh, they like my food. They taste it before they ask. Very seldom do anyone ask for additional salt and pepper to add to the food. So I try to make sure it's well seasoned. So yeah, these are just things that you learn as you get older to deal with, and also not only for your friends and family, but for yourself too. I stay away from salt. Only I crave for salt. That's how much I stay away from it. And your body does need a certain amount of sodium. So when my body craves for sodium, I know that my sodium is low and I need to I have a small bag of chips or something I can suck on. Other than that, because I quit buying saltine crackers, anything that has salt on it. And if I bought saltine crackers, I always took the salt off of it to eat them if I wanted the crackers until they finally made low sodium and then crackers with no salt at all. So yeah, you got to be mindful of your own health. This is the biggest issue that we're trying to push among one another now, to be mindful of your own personal diet and also of your children. My son was playing football one year and he went to have a physical. And when he got the report back, I found out my son had high blood pressure at the age of, what was he, 14? And I'm like, how is that possible? And I knew it wasn't from what I was cooking, because I've been mindful of my sodium intake a long time ago. And come to find out, he was sneaking all kinds of junk in the house, up in his room, all kinds of snacks that was full of salt, especially chips. Once I put him on a strict regimen about no snacks, checking his room for snacks, not bringing snacks, don't eat them before you come home. I told him, then you got to go back in 2 weeks for your physical. If your blood pressure is still high again because you're not listening, I told him I would pull him off the football team. Okay, I guarantee you, his blood pressure was normal by the time we went back, all or pretty close to normal by the time we went back for that after that 2 weeks. Because I was dead serious. I was like, I don't need you out there trying to run across the field and have a heart attack at 14 because your blood pressure then shot through the roof. You got your adrenaline pumping. Your heart can't take all that. I don't care how young and strong you are. Your heart will give out. So yeah, you have to know when to put your foot down. All right, people, it's been over 2 hours. I thank you so much for coming in, and thanks everyone for the congratulations. Yeah, I'm excited about it too. So my son was the first grandson, and now this is my first, and my granddaughter was the first granddaughter, great grand, and now another generation. So we'll be up to five. My aunts are still living, so we'll be up to 5 generations. So I'm really excited about it. This child gonna be spoiled and eat good because my granddaughter, she's pretty good about eating healthy as well. So this is gonna be a nice healthy baby. I use sea salt in my cooking. I have all that too. I got Himalayan pink sea salt. I got all kinds of salt, but I don't use it. Very rarely do I use it. I have it available, but I very rarely use it. So I'm gonna say good night to everybody. Yep, Mike, that 2 hours did go fast. I appreciate it. When you got good topics and you got good people in your chat, it y'all make it easy. Y'all make it flawless for me to make these 2 hours. And I hope to see all you guys back next week at Thursday at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And everybody saying good night and enjoy your evening. Great chat. Oh, Leah Goodwin, I hadn't seen you until just now. Thank you for coming in. We're getting ready to leave out, but thank you for stopping in. Please hit that like button. Y'all show me that you like me a little bit. Please, everybody, be safe, be careful, be mindful, be healthy. As I always say, good night. Y'all come back now. You hear?